Hello everybody, Zero Fossil Fuel for the Energy Builders Network. I'm here at Green City Events in Orlando, Florida. Joining me today is Julio and my buddy Ephraim. Not Julio and Ephraim, I got that mixed up a little earlier. But anyway, Julio and Ephraim are from Green Gas LLC, and they are the primary sponsors here for the Green City Events exposition, the Alternative Energy and Wellness Expo at the Central Florida Fairgrounds. Central Florida Fairgrounds. Okay, good. And Julio, I want to congratulate you for a beautiful system that you've put together. Really brilliant design. And I wanted you to talk a little bit about it. Yeah. So if you could describe what it is you're showing here, and
basically we're showing the Genesis cell and the Genesis controller. The cell itself is this little generator that sits right here. This sits vertical, horizontal, anywhere inside the car, making it as small as possible. It does not heat up with run. It's been running all day. It's approximately 110 degrees, the cell right now. It produces brown gas, or HHO. When the brown gas is produced, it's injected into the fuel intake like every other cell out there. We have to redesign and do a little bit of computer control. We call it the ECUC. The ECUC actually amplifies the signal that comes from 202s and lowers down the MAP sensor. If I actually turn off, you'll see the difference, which in the O2 sensors, it drops down to its operating volt, which is around 10 millivolts without no gases or no exhaust system going through the sensor. It works between 10 and 12 millivolts. But when the system gets turned on and the hydrogen is being produced, it actually amplifies the signal to work in range, which is 180 millivolts to 200 millivolts, and any other gases that come into the system amplifies that and makes it a workable condition for the computer.
Okay, so this is the box that I saw you showing and talking about. It was still in development when I went down to Bradenton. Now you've actually released this now as a piece to the public.
We are going to start releasing this one to the piece of the public. This here is actually for low band sensors, not for wide band sensors, and just a regular map. Maps, as we know, in the north and in cold climates work a little bit different, so sometimes you cannot adjust the map, and we know that as a fact on most of the country's north. But the O202 sensors, low band sensors, work right on the regular CAN system, on the old electronic control, and the OBD1 and OBD2. So we're good there.
And over on the table behind us, you have like a historical overview of some of the...
That's our history of creation.
That's your history of creation. So,
this is...
All right, so tell us what you're showing us here.
This is a smack booster. Back when we started, we actually got an email saying, what if it's possible? And what they were sending me was a link to Freeman's website, Water for Gas. And that kind of piqued my interest. We just saw it. We said, wow, this is possible. And then we kind of went to a whole bunch of websites, and this is what we came up with, the Smack Booster. We built this one, and we put it in the cars, and then we tried a whole bunch of other designs with all kinds of metals and different types of cells. This is a variation of the Smack Booster, and these all work phenomenal.
It's like a double-decker smack.
Exactly. we kind of changed the positions on them to put them into smaller pipes.
We split it in half and put them aligned to be able to put it on a smaller pipe, because let's be real, this is big.
Right.
It doesn't fit everywhere. Right. The Joe cell, the same variation. We took the Joe cell and we built the first one and we did our testing. If you see, it's the standard Joe cell from the Pansero University drawing.
That's an amazing outer casing. Where did you get this casing?
Yeah, that's what got
store.
Yeah.
Old material.
Okay.
There's about $400 worth of steel in there.
I'll bet. Yeah.
And it's very heavy, very cumbersome, and it only works vertical. We can't lean it. It can't shake in the car. Otherwise, it would short out. And we, based on all the information that we learned throughout the couple of years we've been doing this, we came up with this design: small, compact, very efficient for its size, very low amperage, good production, fits anywhere.
Got to tell you, when I first saw the outer casing of this design, I was looking at you guys and I was like saying, no way. There's no way. But you showed me the internal workings of the way you design these end caps. Really brilliant design, guys. My hat's off to you.
Thank you.
And obviously you can hit this with the current that you say that you hit it with, and it's keeping it cool, and it's doing what you claim it does.
Exactly.
Would you be willing to share with us what you're using for an electrolyte, or is that a proprietary?
Right now we're using what everybody else is using, potassium hydroxide.
Here we go.
We could use sodium hydroxide too. It's just 2 electrolytes that are out there. We're working on a new electrolyte that should be out in the market by, I expect by December, maybe a little bit later. It is an infusion to be able to work at -5 degrees and have at least a 2-month cycling changing. So now we have an electrolyte that will work on the cold conditions without freezing and without lowering production.
See, that's one of the questions that I get a lot is, what about cold climates? Can I use this in my car when it's really cold out? And I say, well, wrap it in a thermal blanket, put like a pipe heater on it or something like that.
Those are one of many options that we considered, but we're talking about drawing more energy from the vehicle overnight, long periods of time. We just didn't want to go that route. We were concerned about the duration of the battery in the vehicle. With the electrolyte that won't freeze right now, we won't freeze up to -5 degrees Fahrenheit. We're trying to get it down to -40 degrees.
The thing about the new electrolyte that we're building is it works up to -5 degrees. If you have to go beyond that, 99% of you already know how to use a heater blanket in the car, because if you live under them conditions, you need it. And the environment would be hot enough where it won't freeze overnight either. And ultimately, it does not freeze overnight. That's what we're looking for.
Right.
All right. Well, that's it for now. Zero Fossil Fuel from the Alternative Energy and Wellness Expo at the Central Florida Fairgrounds.
Yes.
All right. In Orlando, Florida. Zero Fossil Fuel for the Energy Builders Network. That's it for now. Peace, everyone.
Thank you very much. That was exciting.
Thanks.